How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a brilliant day. Today we're taking a look at how you can get over 35,000 capital peak points in the raid weekends. So let's take a look and see which bases I am attacking and how you may be able to replicate some of these attacks and get all of those points. So here we are looking for bases that are worth over 5,500 points remaining, ideally up to around 6,000, 6,500. So here we're going on a cleanup attack on the capital peak. We set up the first two attacks using the sneaky archers. Made sure to take out the capital peak on the second hit. So now we set up the base very, very nicely for the rocket balloons. If you plan accordingly, the capital peak can always be taken out in 3 attacks. In this version, for this point recap, we'll be covering the last attack, which sometimes can look very, very easy. Sometimes it can be very, very difficult, depending on your preparation, of course. As goes with all cleanup attacks. Some can be easier, some can be harder. So now we're going to be taking a look at a skeleton park first hit on the basic layout. My favorite base to attack. Use this strategy so many times. Don't know why, but it seems like a lot of clans are not moving any of the defenses around on the skeleton parks. So feel free to copy and paste this strategy because it works on this base pretty much the same way every single time. Of course, there are variances depending on the defense's levels and the random pathings that the P.E.K.K.A.s like to take. So that pretty much takes care of the core of the base. We're now focused on this left-hand side of the base, particularly the rocket artillery. Waiting for the P.E.K.K.A. to get in range to distract. Then we can send in a couple packs of hogs to take out the air bombs, spear thrower, and then the rocket artillery. At this point, once you've taken out the whole right-hand side of the base, it's just a matter of trying to snag as many defenses as possible. Try to get as close as you can to that 6,000 mark. With that last hit, we get 6,110 points. Very, very nice. Next up, we'll be taking a look at the second raid. Starting off with a Golem quarry. Cleanup attack. This cleanup attack, about 6,000 points remaining, using the graveyard ground spam strategy. Definitely my go-to army composition whenever I'm trying to clean up a base and get lots of bonus points. It's also fairly strong, so you don't usually have to worry about like what level the single target defenses are. Just want to be sure to take out the splash damage. So in this base, it was the 2 blast bows and the rocket artillery. As soon as those go down, it is smooth sailings from there. And I'll speed up through here because pretty much the entire base is gone. Whenever you have a giant group of troops left, unless for some reason there was like some random traps and a bunch of bombs all set in a row, typically those troops will be able to clean up the remainder of the base. Even get a bonus 141 points. Next up, we're taking a look at another skeleton park first hit. And wouldn't you know, it is another basic layout. It's crazy. I feel like probably at least half of the bases in, let's see, I think we're in Champion 2 or 3 for the league. At least half the bases have just the basic layout of the skeleton park. My guess is probably as clans played the update and unlocked the skeleton park, they probably very quickly got used to, annoyed, or bored of the graveyard spell and the spam potential of it. So they probably did not even bother trying to move things around, since they were no longer prioritizing playing the capital peak raids. which is, tough to see. It's always sad when something is like super overpowered or underpowered, and it either always gets used or never gets used. Just happens. Unfortunately, with Clash of Clans in particular, Supercell is very, very slow with the updates and balance changes. So here we're looking at a builder's workshop, almost cleanup. Made a little key mistake here, which I'll get into later on, but we are mostly focused on trying to take out this left-hand side of the base. Trying to create our 2 packs of troops, making sure they can move through the base. And then saving those hog riders for when we can directly target the splash targeting defenses. So now it's just a matter of trying to protect the super wizards as long as possible. The giant cannon did get 1 hit off, and we did miss with the hog gliders when we're not patient enough. And now, the bad thing that happened. I'm out of rams. So now all the giants and stuff, they're targeting this spear thrower. And the wizards, since they can shoot over the walls, they're going deep into the base. So now all of the super wizards are dead. And that is no bueno. Protecting the super wizards is the primary goal for the graveyard spam strategy. As you can see, if you don't protect them, your troops will die out. Good lesson to be learned. It's definitely a tactical blunder on my part. So now we are focusing on the last attack, the Balloon Lagoon cleanup. Got a few rock artilleries left to take out. They are, however, pretty weak. So as long as we kind of create our 2 group strategy and place the graveyards accordingly, and of course save a ram or a hog for later on, then we can make sure that we can fully clear this base and get a lot of bonus points. So in this case, for instance, we did save the ram, so we were able to open up this wall. Otherwise our troops would have gotten stuck, and this inferno might have been able to cause some damage. But we also are fortunate and get sort of another split on the back end, so there's no way that the defenses are able to handle that kind of spread. So I hope this video was helpful. If you found it enjoyable, I encourage you to subscribe and like the video. Helps me out a bunch. And until next time. Oh, and there's a couple of videos on the screen. Thank you.